All right. What's going on, everybody? Welcome to day 5 of the Open, and we've got the second half of the second round. There's a lot of things going on right now. We were going to watch Menchik Hoda. Again, I'm pronouncing that wrong. But Menchik's not winning easily, so we haven't missed much on that one. We'll talk about what's going on right now because there's a lot of matches happening at the same time. Pegula is dominating. Keys is winning. Badosa is losing. But we're watching Chen taking on Pliskova, which is interesting. Pliskova won her first round against Stevens. We watched Chen beat Fernandez. And then, of course, we're going to go watch Djokovic after this. He's coming up in about an hour, so we'll watch him as well. But yeah, I'm interested to see. We watched. There's a bit of a joke going around the internet that this is going to be Barty versus Pliskova, which I kind of love because Chen does have Barty qualities. The way she plays does look like Barty. So yeah, this is basically a Wimbledon rematch from 2021. So we get the rematch. Finally, 5 years later. But Pliskova's coming back for the first time in a while. Very dangerous on these courts. And then Chen's variety could make this very fun matchup before we watch Djokovic later. So let's see. Yeah, Barty party. I don't know what we call the Chen party. We'll figure it out. But yeah, so at the moment, we've got Vachereau up a set and a break against Hijikata. We've got Menchik up a set and a break against Jota. Again, I know I'm pronouncing that wrong. Keys is up 6-5 in the second against Kruger after winning the first set. Pegula is up a set and a break against Kessler, which I'm surprised that's so one-sided. And Selikomatova, I think I got that first try. She's beating Badosa pretty badly, so that's interesting. And I'm also watching Marcus Willis play, so that's fun. So yeah, oh, by the way, chat, if you weren't here yesterday, which I know a lot of you weren't here because you went to sleep, but we accidentally discovered an awesome feature on YouTube. It's probably been around forever and we just didn't know it. We're talking about classic matches. Somebody asked me, what was the best match? Is Sinner Alcaraz the best match? Is it top? What was the question? Is Sinner Alcaraz top 5? French Open last year, top 5 matches of the century. So it's from 2000 onwards. And we're trying to figure out, okay, well, there was that match, and then you got the 2008 Wimbledon, you got the 2012 Australian Open. What about this? What about that? And then we got to thinking like, oh, I got to rewatch that, right? I got to rewatch that match. I got to rewatch Sinner Alcaraz French Open. I'm going to rewatch it after this tournament. I'm going to put it on and watch the whole 5 hours. But then it got me thinking like, I'm going to put these in a playlist. And then I realized that we can make a playlist where other people, all of you guys, can put your favorite matches in, and we can have a community playlist. So this is what our playlist looks like. It's. I'm surprised that we didn't know this was a thing. But not only that, you can also vote. You can also vote your favorite. So you can upvote or downvote your favorite matches. So we can, as a community, we can put all together all our favorite matches of all time that are on YouTube. Don't put highlights in. We're only doing full matches because highlights, it's not the same thing. So, but look at all these matches, right? We've got all these classic matches. So if you want to add yours, more so, if you want to vote, go vote. So then we can actually recommend each other some matches to watch. If you're a tennis addict, this is exactly what you need. So yeah, awesome. What a crazy, it just came out of nowhere. So, yeah, go vote. Go add matches. I mean, look, Federer Djokovic Wimbledon is apparently the highest voted. But there's about 140 videos, 140 matches in there. So, like, if you ever feel bored and you want to watch a match and you want to watch a classic, all the classics are in there. So, and if we've missed any, go in there and check it. We've got some Leighton Hewitt 2008 Baghdadis match. It's awesome just to go through and see the matches that I totally forgot about, But yeah, go in there and chuck in matches and add to it because it's a lot of fun. Hey, Willis won. Marcus Willis got the win in the doubles. Nice. Can we all watch together while we chat? Well, I can't watch. We can't. I mean, what we could do is we could do if we ever, I mean, we don't never have time, but if we could ever have time, we could watch a classic match together, but I would just commentate it like it was live. We could do that. That would be fun in the future, but and then kind of all kind of keep it see if we can all sync it up, but yeah. But just add your matches. You know, there's no like, you know, requirement for like it has to be Sinner and Alcaraz. It could be anything. But yeah, so fun. I think that it's gonna be so fun, and anybody can put it in the matches. So if you're anybody in the chat can put them in. Yeah, maybe something for December. Maybe we could go through classic matches in December or something. You know. But yeah, really fun. I think it's got to like well for me. I think it's fun because I get to. Now I can watch all these matches in one spot, and don't have to, you know, search the internet on my own. You guys have curated a lovely group of matches together. And if there are doubles, we can like double match. Like if there's two duplicates, I'll go through and I'll just cut out the duplicates if somebody else has already added them. But yeah, more so, go in and vote. Upvote matches you love, because then we can at least all go through and it's good to recommend. I mean, a lot of people haven't voted for any matches because there's a lot of matches in there, but there's not much going on. But yeah, don't put in... we don't need to put in like Federer's... what is this? Pat Rafter's like kids doing interview. No. That's not what it's for, all right? So we don't need to do that. Just full matches of... full matches. That's it. Also, try and avoid condensed matches because they're kind of just an extended highlight reel. Yeah, just full-on matches. That's all we're going to do, right? Try not to put any highlights. We don't need any, like, extended highlights. Don't do those. Yeah, only full matches. Only full matches. So, yeah, no extended highlights. And, look, people weren't here yesterday, so maybe you didn't see it. But, yeah, no highlights. Only full matches. We might create another thing for that, but... At the moment, only full matches. If you can find them. If you can't find them, that's fine. We don't put them in there, all right? All right, here we go. So, Chen versus Pliskova. It's about to begin. They're about to come out on court. Let's see how this works. This is going to be interesting. Happy match day 5. Happy day 5. I can't believe it's day 5 already. I'm a little surprised it's day 5. It's gone quick, but also not really. Who's this person? Who's S? Who's got the S? Yeah, you've put in a lot of highlight reels. Please don't do that. Who is? I don't know who this person is. Whoop. Who is this person that keeps putting stuff in? If you're here and your name, your profile picture is just an S, please, only put full matches. And thank you. Oh, so here. Maybe you weren't here yesterday. Yeah, only put full matches. If you can find them. If you can't find them, then that's fine. You don't have to put all. Just don't put highlights. No highlights. All right. Oh, I'm looking through this list and I'm going Delpo, Rafa 2018 Wimbledon. We love that. Somebody try and find some like McEnroe Borg matches or McEnroe Lendl French Open and stuff. Chuck those in too. We need some Jimmy Connors in here, right? You know, we need some. Some of those classic, back in the day matches too, right? We need some 80s and 70s matches too. I'm sure they're out there. Because those are the matches that I'm probably going to want to watch more because to build my... Because I wasn't around when they were playing, right? I want to watch those matches that everybody talks about how good they were back in the day. Agassi, we need some more Agassi matches. Give me some Sampras Agassi matches. Chuck them in. Because we've got a lot of like recent... There's a lot of 2025 matches, which is fine. But we also need classics, right? The classic matches. Like Steffi versus Venus at Wimbledon. That's a classic. We love that. Love that. So yeah, put in some more classics. It's a great list. Great idea. I mean, this is, I feel like this is, I mean, what I want to do is I want to put this on a loop in my house so that like any time of the day I can turn around and it'll be a match going on. Just put it on a continuous loop. And with 125 matches all going for like 2 to 5 hours, I'm sure that'll last me a year. Yeah, Lendl Connors, right? Yeah, those matches too. We got to add all those matches. Add in the classics of old, the best matches we've ever seen, that kind of stuff. That's what this playlist is all about. And again, if you ever feel the need to watch a tennis match and you want to watch something, you want to get nostalgic, we'll have a whole list of stuff for you. 1980s, yeah, like Wimbledon, exactly. Becca Edberg, right? And I know that some of them won't be on, but I know that some of them won't be on online, so you won't be able to put them in there. But again, most of these matches, the slams have uploaded, so chuck them on, chuck them in. That's and the more that we do this, and the more demand there is, the more likely the slams are going to hopefully upload more classic matches. Because if we're watching them and we're getting into them, they're going to want to give us more. So, we're talking about, the Connors and the back in the day, Agassi, back in the day, Sampras, we go back to try and find a match with Rod Laver if you can, chuck that in there. Chuck in a Rod Laver match from the 60s, if you could find it. That's what we got to do. And also vote for the matches. Because then we can figure out which match everybody loves the most. I've rewatched Wimbledon 2008 more times than I can remember. So that's my number one. Somebody find some 2005 Leighton. Give me a 2005 Hewitt Nadal. Put that in there. Or a Hewitt Roddick. Hewitt Nalbandian. Oh, that was fiery. That's a match. Put that match. That match happened what? About 21 years ago? Almost to the day. Australia Day 2005. Chuck that in there. Put that Leighton versus Nalbandian fiery match from 05. Where they're all getting, everyone's getting a bit chippy. That was fun. Yeah, Agassi 2003. Yeah, put that in there too. Any of those. Sampras Federer, where's that? Did somebody put Federer Sampras in there? Somebody's got to put Federer Sampras in there. Is that in there? It's got to be in there, right? The changing of the guard, right? One of the most iconic matches of all time. Yeah, there's a lot of recent matches. We got to start getting some going back. Got to go back. We got to go back to the to those classics, Is it? I don't think anyone's put a Federer versus Sampras in there yet. Somebody chuck it in there. Somebody find it. Badosa's 2-5 in the tiebreak. Yeah, she's 2-5 in the second set. Yeah, she's struggling. Key's got the win over Kruger. So that's a good win for her. Pegula's up a set and a break. Badosa's about to lose. Menchik's up 2 sets to love. So I'm kind of happy that match is kind of going easy because I was on the fence about watching that and I thought, we're going to watch this match instead because we have Djokovic coming up in an hour. So I didn't want to watch a Jota Menchik 5-setter when Djokovic was coming up soon. But it looks like that is not going to be 5 sets until the comeback starts. Oh, Hashanov's up 2 sets to love against Basev. We said he's serving for the first against Sonigo. So it is all happening. Marchenko taking on Stearns. Ooh, Marchenko we watched the other day. Another young player on the WTA side. Becker's 85 Wimbledon was amazing. Yeah, find that. Chuck that in there. Because you guys ask me questions like, hey, man, what'd you think of this match? And I'm like, I didn't see that match. So I'm going to use this playlist for myself to do research. Put some Rafter matches. Put some Rafter Wimbledon final matches. Didn't Rafter Agassi play like a semi at Wimbledon? Find that. Somebody find that. Chuck that in there. Ken Sweeney beats Shelton. I'm torn. I don't know who I want to win that. I'm going to say no. I think Shelton wins in 4, but yeah. Are we going to watch Stan today? I can't access the stream. Are we going to stream? I mean, I don't know. Probably not, because there's just so much going on. So I'm going to say no. Yeah, put some Hingers matches there. Look, you guys can all contribute to it. So if you got any suggestions, chuck them in there. All you got to do, I think, as well, is you got to just... Let me try on my phone. Let me see what's up. I think if you find a match, so if I find that Federer-Sampras match, right? Yeah, it's online. It's on Wimbledon. And then you click the little 3 dots, and then you go save to a playlist. And the playlist is called... somebody's already put in there. Tennis Talk Classic Matches. If you just chuck it in there. Also, most of the time, it looks like if it's already been done, then yeah. By the way, Federer and Sampras also played an exhibition. If you can find the full match of that. Oh, somebody find Battle of the Surfaces. Nadal Federer. Put that in there. Right? That was a classic. We need that in there, right? They're the kind of matches we gotta chuck in, right? No, I found it. I'll chuck it in there. I'll put it in there. Yeah, that's a match that like people need to remember, right? I'm gonna put that in there. That's a fun one. That one. Go watch that if you have time, sometime, whenever. That match was weird. Weird, strange match. No Aussie believers? Well, I like Shelton. So, I mean, I hope Sweeney wins. That'd be great, but I'm a Shelton. Like, I want Shelton to play Sinner first. I want that to happen. If Sweeney beats Shelton, then who's Sinner going to play? Sinner's going to have a walk to the final, and we want to see some interesting matches. At least I do. Upsets are fine, but if they ruin the rest of the tournament, then, you know. It may be Stan's last match. I know, Linda, but I'm betting on that he's going to win, and we're going to watch him in the next round. It won't be Stan's last match, by the way. We're going to watch Stan at the French. We're going to watch Stan at Wimbledon. We're going to watch Stan at the US. We're going to watch Stan at the end of the year. So it's not Stan's last match. It's his last match here, but it's not his last match. We will watch Wawrinka this year. Don't you worry. We're not going to miss out on Stan in 2026. We will watch Stan. Just maybe not today. Goodness me, that's some playlists from when you were earlier finished streaming earlier. Can't wait to watch. Yeah. Don't worry, Linda. We will watch Stan eventually. I mean, if he wins today, doesn't he play somebody big? Yeah, he plays Fritz in the 3rd round. We'll probably watch that. He should win. He's playing a quali. He should win today, based on experience. All right, here we go, chat. They're about to start. Yeah, the playlist is getting big. I love it. So many good. It's just so nice to go down and go just remember all those matches and be like, oh yeah, that match was so good. Put in some. Does anyone have Federer Del Potro 2009 French? That is an important match. That's a really important match because if Federer loses that match, he might never win the French, and he never has that. I mean, he turns into the Sampras, right, and never win all the slams, right? Somebody put that in there. You can find that one too, because that's a classic. That is a classic. That is one of the most important matches of Federer's career. He goes down in that one. Rafa comes back the next year and doesn't give him a French. That sounded weird. Doesn't give him a French Open. Not a kiss. Possibly Stan's last match against Fritz. Well, yeah, maybe. But not again. Last match here. Stan's playing next week. Don't worry. Stan will play again after today. We didn't watch Monfils' last match of the Australian Open, and I don't think anybody cared that much. But if we don't watch Monfils at the French, then people will give a shit. So we'll watch these guys retiring. They're not retiring this week, so it's okay. We don't have to watch them right now. But we will watch them eventually. Don't worry, I'm not going to neglect them. All right, Chen serving 30 love. By the way, this court's got a weird thing on the camera that makes the players look like a ghost. I think someone's just got a smudge on the camera. Good serve down the tee from Chen. 30 love. And I believe that Stan will win today. I have faith. And he will play Fritz, and then we'll watch him. As the return goes into the forehand of Chen. Backhand now from Pliskova. As Chen with a slice. Into the forehand of Pliskova. Chen with the backhand slice again. Pliskova forehand. Inside out. Great shot. Slicing the net from Chen, and it's 30-15. I'll tell you what, people are showing up to this match. There are people everywhere. But then again, maybe it's just because the Australian Open is overcrowded and there's just too many people. There's people waiting to sit, but they probably just want to get out of the sun. Today is the coldest day at the Australian Open. This week. All right, 30-15. Serve again from Chen. That's a fault. Second serve. A battle of the Italians is going on right now. Second serve, Chen. It's a bit of a hoodie day. I went for a walk this morning and it was pretty chilly. 4-4 rally. As Pliskova crosses court again, the forehand of Chen. And Chen hits a winner. 40-15. I tell you, this is a crowd that are favouring Chen. There's a lot more cheering going on for Chen. Yeah, the doubles tonight. Yeah. The king and his friend. 40-15. And an ace from Chen. All right, she takes first game of the match. 1-love. 1-love. Oh, did Sonmez have crazy crowds too? Nice. Pardon me. Pegula serving the match against Kessler. I'm super disappointed with Kessler there. She beat Anisimova in the practice matches earlier this week, or late last week. I know they're practices, but I thought she was playing better than that. 6-love, 6-2. That's pretty. I mean, Pegula might be on fire today. I don't know, but that seems pretty poor from someone who I thought was going to be a bit more of a threat. At least like closer straight sets, not straight sets, love and 2. All right, slice from Pliskova into the forehand of Chen as Pliskova backhand. Into the slice of Chen as Pliskova gets the point. Chen in the net, love 15 love. 15 love. But also just save match point. All right. Keep us updated. There's a backhand. Into the forehand of Chen. Backhand now Pliskova to the backhand of Chen as Pliskova slice. Into the forehand of Chen. Pliskova goes to the forehand of the net and it's 15-0. Pegula just won easily. 15-0. As Pliskova in the net with a forehand and the crowd go wild. 15-30. 15-30. As the return goes into the forehand of Pliskova, backhand now from Chen, sliced and wide, 30-0. Pegula versus Keys quarterfinal, going to be crazy. Yeah, I'll tell you, even though like the first, 4 days now, right? The first 4 days have kind of been uneventful. I'm not mad because it just means that we're going to get these crazy matches. The less that happens in week 1, the more insane it's going to be week 2. Remember that US Open a couple of years ago where Alcaraz and Djokovic lost the same, like within 24 hours and the whole tournament sucked? Like, Popyrin beating Djokovic was epic. Van der Zandschulp beating Alcaraz was crazy. But then, like, the whole rest of the tournament, it was just Sinner going to win. Like, nothing else interesting really happened, except for maybe the semis with Fritz and Tiafoe, but we knew they were playing for second place because Sinner, right? I much rather it would be boring in the first week where we're just like, oh, okay, the favorites won, whatever. And then we get to the second week and it's like, oh, now we have Bublik Demon, or oh, now we have, Alcaraz Paul, Zverev Medvedev. Like, I'd much rather have that. So I'm not mad that we haven't had much going on yet. Like, the biggest upset has been FAA retiring, right? I mean, and that's not really an upset because he retired. So as long as the next couple of days we don't lose any massive names, like too many massive, we can lose one. I mean, if somebody loses, whoop-de-doo. But like whoop-de-doo. You know what I mean? Like, if somebody loses, upsets happen. But I wouldn't mind it being like the French Open last year on the women's side when we had just all the best players in the world get in the quarters. And then from the quarterfinals onwards, it was just like banger after banger after banger. Advantage Pliskova. Like, I wouldn't mind that. If we get to the fourth round and we've got like one unseeded or two unseeded players and everybody else is like a top 15 seed. And we're like, oh, that's a top 20, right? It's like, oh, top 20 clashes in the fourth round. Let's go. And then top 10 clashes quarterfinals. Let's go. Men and women, though. Because on the men's side, it doesn't happen that much. Backhand goes into the forehand of Chen. Chen in the net, 1-0. All right. 1-1. Yeah, Kostyuk on the women's side was probably the biggest upset so far by... Alexandrova, the highest seed, but... Yeah, so far we haven't had any upsets, like anything that's kind of shocked the world. Yet. Today might be the day. We might lose someone today. Somebody might get knocked out today. I don't know who it'd be, but... All right, Chen with the fault, second serve. Oh, yeah, I haven't even picked my upsets of the day. I've been doing terrible with this, by the way. Yesterday, I got them both wrong. I said Fokina and Towson, they both won. I love 15. All right, today, I think that we're going to lose. I think Ruud might lose to Munar. I'm going to say Ruud is upset today, and I think that we're going to also lose... pardon me. Well, I can't pick Badosa. I think Penko and Ruud are going to lose today. Penko's playing Wong, and Ruud's playing Munar. So I reckon we're going to lose. They're going to be the upsets today. The seeds are going to lose. Those seeds are going to lose today. As Chen wins the point, 15-0. Again, this crowd is pro Chen. Yeah, don't worry. I'll keep you up to date with what's going on around the courts. If you ask the question, somebody in the chat will answer it anyway. So if you say, hey, what's the Penko match? Someone in the chat will tell you if I don't get to it first. So, yeah, just if you want to keep up to date, just keep asking. Don't spam, but just ask me and I'll tell you. Or somebody in the chat will update. Most people are watching all the matches as well. So, yeah. All right, there's a bit of forehand rally. That goes into the forehand of Chen. Down the line of the backhand of Pliskova. Chen backhand slice. Into the slice of Pliskova. Chen with the forehand goes into the forehand of Pliskova. Chen with another backhand slice. Pliskova hitting the ball so hard. And that goes out by Chen. 15-30. Great hitting by Pliskova. She hits it with so much ease. So much power with so little effort. Ruud on a generational run. Yeah, but he has to go home because his wife's having a baby. So how much is his head in the game is what I want. And plus also, Munar can beat Ruud. He did it last year. Didn't he beat him? He beat him last year at this tournament, right? And that was before, not that Ruud isn't going to be concentrating, but Ruud beat Munar last year in 5. So it was the other way around. It was 5 sets to Ruud first round. So I reckon Munar gets him. Badosa loses? Man. Tough start. All right. That goes out by Chen. Pliskova breaks. All right, 2-1. Pliskova gets the break. So show some rude spec. Hey, I love Casper Ruud. I started rude spec. All right. But also had to pick somebody. So I picked him. No, we're not watching Shelton for Sweeney, but we will we'll keep you up to date with what's going on. We'll keep you updated. By the way, thanks everybody who's chucking in videos for the matchups. Make sure you chuck in your if you have a classic match that you want to put into the playlist. You think that is a must watch. There's 133 matches. That's got to be at least 3 months worth of watching tennis. Oh, the Federer Djokovic semifinal in 2011, classic. Love that. Love that. Yeah, there's a lot of good ones. Oh, somebody already put Federer Sampras 4th round of Wimbledon. That's awesome. Yeah, there's some good ones in there. All right, 2-1. Is the Nole Cincinnati match there from 2023? I don't know. If you can find it, put it in there. If you can find the whole match. I don't know if they are. Did Tennis TV put it online? I don't know. They might have put the whole match up, but I'm not sure. All right, 4-1 inside out from Chen goes wide, 30 love. Oh, there's so many good 2017 Federer matches too at the Australian Open. Stan versus Federer 2017. Love that. Somebody got to put that Nadal-Verdasco match in there. Has anyone done that yet? 40 love. Oh, Wawrinka Djokovic marathons. Oh, love that. Has someone put the trilogy of those matches? Oh, there's the Verdasco one. Okay. 40 love. So good. All right. 40-15. Oh, Millman Federer 2020. Oh, there's the Nalbandian one. Nice. Oh, Dutchy, are you putting all the all the Hewitt matches for me? Thank you. All right, 40-15. Pliskova to go to 3-1. As with a forehand cross court from Chen's a winner. Nice. All right, 40-30. Pliskova to go to 3-1. As we get a backhand slice from Pliskova, she comes to the net. Up goes a lob. Pliskova with the volley. Slice now from Chen. Into the backhand of Pliskova. Is Chen with the slice again. To the backhand of Pliskova. Chen again with the slice. Into the forehand of Pliskova. She comes to the net again. And then hits a half volley nowhere because Chen hits it straight through her. Deuce. Yeah, somebody find that Davis Cup Federer Hewitt. What was it? Federer Hewitt 2003 Davis Cup. That's what I want to see. I want to rewatch that. Oh, there it is. I found it. I'll chuck it in there. That was a classic. All right, advantage Pliskova, good serve. Definitely, you don't. If anybody puts in the US Open final of 2004, I will delete it. How did no one put Safin Roger 2005? How did you not put that in there? I put it in there. Anyways. All right, there's a bit of slice in the net from Chen. And Pliskova goes to 3-1. Three-one. All right, 3-1. Chen to serve. Fault, second serve. As the return goes into the backhand slice of Chen. Pliskova drop shot. Chen gets it with a drop shot back. Nice hands. All right, 15. Love. I feel like Nole could get beaten today or easy or else given a run for his money. Really? Okay. We'll be watching that in a half an hour. A little fault from Chen, second serve. When's Valentova playing? Is she playing? She's playing today, right? Oh, she's playing on this court at the end of the day. She's playing against Fruhvirtova. Oh, keep an eye on Valentova today. I'll tell you, Menchik is beating up Jota in like straight sets. It's not even close, which is a little disappointing. I was hoping that I was thinking that that'd be closer because yeah, I've heard that this kid's supposed to be really, really tough, but Menchik's tough. Menchik's got more experience, right? All right, first serve is a fault, second serve. Second serve into the back, and Pliskova slice from Chen into the front of Pliskova. She puts it away. 30-all. Chen's just getting out hit. 30-all. Pliskova is taller than Sabalenka, Raducanu, and Venus in that order. I think Venus is taller than Raducanu or Sabalenka. Isn't Venus and Pliskova the same height? Pretty sure they're both like 6'1". Jodo's played too much tennis lately? No, fair enough. Good serve by Chen, 40-30. Two Czechs going at it. One who was supposed to be the future and fizzled, the other TBD. Yeah, but Linda Fruhvirtova is only like 20, so she's still got time. Serving to the forehand of Pliskova. Forehand from Chen. It's Pliskova pass. It's too good. Deuce. I tell you, it's very competitive to be a Czech player. I mean, Fruhvirtova sisters were hyped up, and I'm not saying hyped because they weren't good, but like they were promoted as like, you know, because the sister factor, you know, people love to be like, oh, you know, the Williams sisters, you know, all that stuff, right? So Fruhvirtova sisters have kind of not done what they, you know, what people thought they would be doing yet. They've still got time. But like Noskov has come out, who was actually arguably a better junior, and was kind of overlooked because it was just her. But Noskov has now come out and being that next generation of Czech player, right? She's like she is the face of the new generation. But the Fruhvirtova sisters are they'll be fine. Like Linda will come back. I don't know what Brenda Fruhvirtova is doing right now. I don't know if she's still. Let me check. But they'll be fine. I mean, Brenda Fruhvirtova is 18. I was going to say, does she play junior still? But no. You know, they'll get through. And Linda is 20. I mean, they got plenty of time. All right, deuce. As with a forehand to the backhand of Pliskova. Chen with a slice. Pliskova backhand down the line. Chen gets on the stretch. Pliskova cross-court backhand. Chen just running down everything as Pliskova cross-court forehand is wide and Chen gets to advantage. Chen's doing a lot of running. This kind of feels a little bit like second set of Park's Eala, but in the first set, where the power of Pliskova is just pushing Chen around. Chen's hanging in there. Brenda got injured and her ranking fell. Okay, that makes sense. As Chen serves a fault second serve. Second serve into the back of Pliskova. Chen with the forehand. Into the forehand of Pliskova. Pliskova hits it wide. Chen holds in a marathon game. Pliskova takes movement personally and just goes for winners. Yeah. You made me run? How dare you? All right. 3-2 to Pliskova. Whiskey. That's not whiskey. It's never been whiskey. All right. All right, so what else is going on? So, Didiri about to win the third against Baez. Hashanov's up 2 sets to love and a break. Vachereau is up 2 sets to love and 4-all. Joda breaks back and is on serve against Menchik in the third. Shelton's up 2-1. Sonigo is, Musetti's up 2 sets. Musetti's up 1 set and a break against Sonigo. And this is the only women's match going on right now, with Keys, Pegula winning, and Badosa losing. All right, 3-2. Djokovic coming up in about 30 minutes. Serving the forehand of Chen. Chen hits it wide, 15 love. I'm just curious why Sabalenka and Venus are so fast despite being super tall. I would argue Venus is not super fast. Sabalenka is good defensively for her height, for sure. But it's kind of like Medvedev, right? Like, why is Medvedev so... Like, it used to be, 20 years ago, the taller you are, the slower you are. But Medvedev, even Zverev, right? They've shown that you can be 6'6", but cover the court extremely well. Especially Medvedev. Medvedev's the best example of someone who's shouldn't be able to run, be that quick. Venus used to be fast. Well, maybe Venus back in the day. I didn't get to watch much Venus back in the day, but maybe before the Pliskova. Rybakina. I wish Rybakina had better movement, but yeah, I mean, I think it's just a player-to-player thing. Also, I think there's definitely something to be said for anticipation over quickness. Like, if you put all the tall players in a row and you said run from A to B, we'd be able to figure out who's the fastest. But anticipating where someone's going to hit it can make people look faster than they really are. I think something that Federer had, he wasn't as fast as Leighton Hewitt, but he got to a lot of shots that you wouldn't think anyone would get to, because of the anticipation. He knew where the ball was going to go before you hit it, so he started moving. It's like stealing bases in baseball, right? Take a couple of steps before you go for it. Coco does that extremely well too. Like, she is quick. Is she faster than Paolini from A to B? If they did a 100-meter race, who would win? Probably Paolini, right? But because Coco's got such great anticipation, she's able to get to those shots because she can already read the play, what's going on, right? And anticipation's a weird thing because it's something that you can't really like. I don't even like. You can't really. There's no like tangible anticipation. Like, you can't really. It just is, right? I mean, players have it and some players don't have it. But if you have it, it definitely like you can obviously get to a lot of shots that most people probably wouldn't get to. Because if you know where the ball's going to go and you can take 2 steps to that shot, that means you're going to get there quicker, right? But it's a hard thing to explain. It's a hard thing to it's a hard thing to learn. I mean, I couldn't imagine. Well, you just have to read the play. You have to be really good at reading the play. Really good at reading what's going on. Really good at, seeing, like, knowing what your opponent's going to do before they know what they're going to do. Also that first step being quick as well helps, Agility. I mean, there's a lot of other factors too. Shelton's already up a break. 3-2. All right, as that goes out by Pliskova on the return, 15-all. Does that make any sense? Is everybody still here? Hello? 15-all. As the return goes into the forehand of Chen. Forehand now from Pliskova. As Chen forehand inside out. Pliskova's got it with a backhand down the line winner. Jeez. And again, Pliskova just out-hitting Chen at the moment. Uh, 15-30. As we default second serve. Second serve. As the return goes into the slice of Chen. Pliskova backhand into the forehand of Chen. As Pliskova backhand again to the forehand of Chen. Now Chen puts away the winner. Beautiful forehand down the line. Inside in forehand. 30-all. 30-all. Oh, Hijikata takes the third. Okay. Serving to the backhand is a let from Chen. As we get a fault from Chen, second serve. Serve to the forehand of Pliskova. She overhits it. Shocking return. 40-30. 40-30. As we default second serve. As we get to deuce. As we return now from Pliskova into the forehand of Chen. Pliskova forehand into the backhand of Chen. She slices it into the forehand of Pliskova. Chen on the stretch with the forehand in the net. Again, Pliskova just hits the ball so effortlessly hard. It's so much like Raducanu. I mean, the comparisons between them two are so accurate because Raducanu, I mean, not just the emotional state. They both don't show any emotion. They're both ice queens, but just the way they play, just like they hit the ball with no effort, but it comes off so quick. They also are the only two players in the history of tennis to serve 500 aces in a single season. So there's a similarity there. Forehand now from Chen's a winner. Pliskova guessed right, but she missed it. Deuce. All right. We get to deuce. Good serve from Chen. Goes back on the return from Pliskova. 4-4 rally now as we get a slice again from Pliskova, and Chen puts it away. Advantage Chen. Exactly, they are alike. That's why I like them both. There you go. Who's got a better serve, Pliskova or Raducanu? I mean, that's... I want to say Raducanu, but maybe it's because I haven't watched enough Pliskova lately because she hasn't played. So, yeah. All right, advantage Chen to get the game. Menchik wins. All right. Backhand return goes to the to Chen. Backhand out from Pliskova again. Goes into the slice of Chen. Chen in the net. Again, Pliskova just hits the ball so flat. And it just flies through the air. Deuce. Serve again. Into the forehand of Pliskova. Forehand now from Chen down the line. That's a winner. Advantage Chen. To stay in touch in this set. Serve again. And the forehand is a let from Chen. As the return goes into the forehand of Chen. Backhand out from Pliskova sliced. Chen comes in. Puts it away. And Chen holds. Finally. Chen holds. 4-3. Pliskova with a break in this first set. Also, her catch and Quinn have just started. 1-1. 1-1. Pliskova beat Serena at the AO in one of the great Australian Open comebacks, saving match points a few years ago. Yeah, didn't Serena have like medical? No, it wasn't Serena. Sorry, it was. Didn't Pliskova have like a medical timeout on an ankle problem or something? I remember there being like an ankle injury to somebody in that match, and Pliskova looked like she was so out of it and was like, oh, she's not going to win this, no chance. And then she somehow came back and beat Serena, even with like I don't know if it was her or maybe Serena had the ankle problem. Like somebody twisted their ankle and then got treatment and it looked like it was over. I might be thinking of another match. Was that a Venus match maybe? I don't think so. I'm sure it was that match at the Australian Open. There was like an injury during that match to somebody. Somebody find that match and put in the playlist. That's a good one too. Pliskova versus Serena is a great match from the Australian Open a couple years ago. Go find that match and chuck that in the playlist. 4-3. By the way, chat, don't forget to clip moments on stream. There hasn't been many moments, I don't think. So make sure you clip anything that you hear or anything that you think is worth clipping, aka great points or I don't know, other things, silly moments, whatever. 15 love. And the default second serve. Serena, she rolled her ankle at 5-2 in the final set. Okay, that's what I'm thinking, Marlon. I knew it was that match. I knew that it was Serena or Pliskova. Serena rolled her ankle whilst at 5-2 in the final set. When she was up 5-2, right? And then she lost 5 games in a row. 15-0. As we return now to the forehand of Chen. Backing out from Pliskova to the slice of Chen as Pliskova hits a forehand inside out winner. Beautiful shot. 30-15. Now, it was the Australian Open. I think it was like 2019. Pretty sure. I remember it being in Australia because I watched it during the day. Are you okay with us clipping? As long as it's like not... like, I mean, what do you... if you clip something stupid, I'm not going to watch it. But like, if you clip cool, like interesting moments, then yeah, or funny moments, whatever. I mean, people are clipping just random moments on the stream. So 30-15. As the return goes into the forehand of Pliskova. Foot backhand. Nope. Pliskova in the net. 30-0. Chance for Chen to break back in this first set. It's been a pretty longish set. As the return goes into the forehand of Chen. Pliskova forehand. Down the line winner. Too good. 40-30. You might be thinking another one. Yeah, I can't remember 2016. But maybe Venus and Pliskova played 2016 US Open as well. But I remember specifically the Serena Pliskova match from Australia. Good serve down the tee. Chen gets it back. And then Pliskova hits a cross-court forehand winner with ease. And it's 5-3 to Pliskova. 5-3. Novak Djokovic, the greatest player of all time, is coming up in about 15-20 minutes. And we will be watching him. And then we've got Iga Swiatek coming up later. She is playing on court 3 today. She is playing... later. All right, backhand rally. Chen serving to stay in the set. And oh, wow. Pliskova came to the net. I didn't see that. That was a surprise attack. Pliskova, a sneak attack. That's smart, though, because Chen's hitting a lot of sliced backhands, and Pliskova's like, you know what? If you're going to slice it, I'm going to volley it. Good play by Pliskova. Love 15. Serving to the forehand. Pliskova gets it back. Chen goes inside out with a forehand. Great shot. Slice Pliskova. Chen comes in, puts it away. Good rally. 15-0. More than 50% of all the great Australian Open matches have Serena. Yeah, I mean, probably, yeah. 15-0. Serve again. There's a fault, second serve. Into the backhand of Pliskova. Slice goes deep into the forehand of Chen. As Pliskova goes cross-court with the backhand. Slice again from Chen goes in the net. And it's 15-30. All right, 15-30. Wait, Hurkacz and Menchik are going to play in the third round. Is that what you're saying? Good serve, Chen, 30-0. Wait, so hang on. So what? So now that... So yeah, Menchik, Hurkacz, winner plays Djokovic. Yes, please. Yes, please. We just need Hurkacz. Look, Quinn, never watched him. I'm sure he's great. He'll get his chance. But we need Hurkacz, Menchik, winner versus Djokovic. We need that. We need there to be no doubt about it that Djokovic will have to play either Menchik or Hurkacz. We need that. Also, we need Hurkacz Menchik because that's a battle of that's a battle. Look, nothing against Quinn, but I don't want to see him play Djokovic. I don't know what Quinn does. Maybe Quinn can beat Djokovic. I don't know, but all I know is that I don't know anything about him. I don't know anything about him. Anyways, Chen holds 5-4. But I know Hurkacz and I know Menchik, and I think them against Djokovic is more interesting. Unless Quinn is someone I don't like should be. Can Quinn beat Djokovic? Maybe, I don't know. In a fourth round of a Grand Slam. Do you remember the '07 final before against Sharapova? The rivalry ended that night. I remember that '07 tournament. I remember at the start of that tournament going, Serena came. Was that the one where Serena was like 85 in the world and she won the whole thing? Because I remember at the start of that tournament going, Serena's going to win this. And she did. Was that one where Serena was like unseeded, not even close? Like she was way out of the rankings and she caught fire. And yeah, that was that one. Yeah. I remember that Australian Open. Specifically Serena at the Australian Open. That was probably the tournament that made me a big fan of Serena. Because I didn't really watch much WTA before that. Like I was watching like 2005, 4 and 5. I started watching Leighton. Then 5 and 6, I started watching like Federer, Roddick, and everyone else. And then 2007 was when I started watching more WTA, specifically because Serena won that, went on that run. And I was like, oh, okay. And then obviously Serena wasn't even the GOAT back then. She was still just getting started. It was a hell of a run. Backhand winner there from Pliskova, 15 love. Can't believe that was almost 20 years ago. Yeah, that makes me 24. Yeah, it's 15 love. As that goes out by Chen, 30 love. As that goes in the net. Second serve. Second serve. Into the backhand slice of Chen. Pliskova backhand cross-court winner, 40 love. Jeez, Pliskova's just been too strong. The scoreline actually is probably forgiving. A little more forgiving for to Chen because Pliskova's been a lot more dominant than a 6-4. $40 love. And then nearly an ace out wide. She just missed it. Second serve. Serving to the forehand of Chen. Backhand out from Pliskova cross-court. The backhand slice of Chen. As Pliskova cross-court forehand. Chen gets it. Pliskova forehand again. Goes down the line. Chen's there with a slice. As with a forehand cross-court by Pliskova. Chen gets it on the stretch, but it's in the net. And there it is. 6-4. 6-4. How about Delpo versus Murray 2016? Hey, chuck it in there. Put it in there. All right. 6-4 first set goes to the former world number 1. And Chen's going to go to the bathroom. Good start. Now Quinn's going to beat Hurkacz and Menchik. And we're going to get Quinn Djokovic. No break points against Pliskova in that set. She served amazing. Only served 2 aces, though. Credit to Chen's returns. But, yeah, did not face a break point. And converted 1 out of 3 of her own. Vachereau is about to go up a break in the 4th against Hijikata. Shelton serving the first set against Sweeney. Musetti's up a set and a break. Ostapenko's warming up against Wong. And Inglis Sigamund is about to begin. Quinn Djokovic rolls off the tongue. Yeah. All right. By the way, chat, weather update. It's actually not that hot today. It's rather chilly. But Saturday, 2 days from now, scorching hot. Holy shit. Tuesday's going to be 46. What? That's not allowed. So 42 on Saturday, 46 on Tuesday. Thank God we got a roof. English, 46 degrees Celsius, which is like 110 Fahrenheit. How is 46 a thing? I don't even know. That's crazy. That can't be real. I hope that's not real. But yeah, Saturday's going to be a scorcher. At least next week. So once we get to Tuesday, it's Rod Laver Arena, so everybody's going to be on inside, so it doesn't matter. But there's still going to be matches outside on Saturday. Brutal. So there will be no play, probably no play during the day outside on Saturday. So if you're watching doubles, you probably won't be watching doubles until the nighttime. Criminal, I know. Hey, Bob, thanks for coming back as a member. Appreciate it. There you go. 46 is 114 Fahrenheit. I think it's 10 Celsius above the heat rule. So it's not even close. But that could change. That's as of right now. That could change in like a day. Yeah, that's crazy. All right, we're just waiting for Chen to come back. It'll be dry heat. It won't be humidity. 46 has to be a record. Yeah, it might be considered Look, the Australian Open love breaking records, right? Most people that have come through here, we had 3 billion people come through the gates on day one and, whatever. But they'll probably brag about it being 46. They're going to be like, hey, it's the hottest day on record. Yeah, but everybody's really, really, not in a good way. Yeah, but don't worry about that. I know the water coming out of the taps is hot. I know it's got this hot water coming out of the taps, and I know that, I know that everybody's sweating profusely, but it's 46, hottest day on record. Crazy. It's not really something to brag about. It's probably something to ask why. You know what I mean? Like, why? Why is it so hot now? Why is it getting hotter? Why is the world heating up? I don't understand. But look, if it's the hottest day on record, that's something to be proud of, I guess. I mean, it's proud to survive the hottest day on record, so just be careful if you're going to go to the tennis. Like, drink all the water. Don't drink alcohol. If anything, do not drink alcohol on that day. I mean, I went to the hottest day in Wimbledon history, and that was 35 degrees. So it was just nice. It's a nice day. Yeah, don't drink beer. Don't drink alcohol on a hot day. That's a good way to just get even more dehydrated. Yeah, to be honest, you shouldn't be going outside if it's over 40. If it's 40 degrees Celsius, do not leave the house. If it's a 4 there, I ain't even going to test. I'm not even going to walk out to the letterbox. That's crazy. The 40-plus day the other week, we had 14-hour power blackouts. Yeah, I mean, yeah, it's crazy. Chen's still at the bathroom, by the way. Bathrooms must be a long way away from this court. Norrie wants it to be as hot as possible, yeah. Norrie's post-match interview was so funny the other day. He's like, where's the after party? I'm like, yeah! Okay. We're just waiting for the return of Chen. How's the air quality? It's okay, but because of the bushfires, it has been like here and there. It's been a bit sketchy, but overall, it's been all right. But yeah, I mean that's another thing. If it does get if it does get stupid hot, then bushfires too, right? I mean, it's not just a tennis thing. Like, tennis is not really that important if it's like a heat rule in place. Nobody really cares about, like, it doesn't matter as long as the players are okay. But it's more the real life stuff, like bushfires and all that kind of stuff. Yeah, I don't know where Chen went. She disappeared. We haven't even got fans in so many homes in Berlin. We ain't survived 40 plus. Oh, I know. The UK as well. I mean, European houses not built for hot weather. Unless you're in like out like in, I mean, I don't know if you're like Italy, like in the coast of Italy or something, or France maybe, but Spain. But I know, like the UK, when it was like 20 degrees or 25 degrees, it would just be so hot because there's just no way to get the hot, like no way to circulate the heat and get it out of the house. No air cons in those areas. Whereas in Australia, most people have air conditioning. Yeah, but European houses aren't built for. But it's not so much, and I'm going to get into like building now because we have time. It's not so much like, it's just that they're built for the cold weather. So they're built like insulated for the cold, and the windows are insulated for the cold. Whereas in Australia, the houses are built for the heat. So when it gets to winter, if it gets to like 1-2 degrees, it's freezing because the houses just leak the hot air, right? And the heat, like the houses are built to be ventilated in Australia. But when you don't want ventilation in winter, you don't need it to be that. That's why I freeze my ass off in winter here, because the houses here are just not made for the cold conditions. And the opposite's true in Europe, right? I mean, there's a lot of houses in Europe that are built for the cold snow, so that then you're not cold in winter. But then in summer, if you're living in a winter house in summer, you're gonna heat up. Yeah. Anyways, we're back on court. There's your lesson of the day, maybe or not. All right, drop shot goes in from Chen. Pliskova comes out with a volley and puts it away. Love 15. Love 15. We'll get to Novak in a second as well. Where's Mia? She's right there. She's asleep. All right, love 15. He's going to serve to the back of Pliskova. Return goes short. Chen goes straight to Pliskova's forehand, but she hits it in the net. 15-all. Has a serve again to the forehand of Pliskova. Pliskova's out. And it's 30-15. As the return goes in the forehand of Chen. Chen in the net. 30-all. Chance for Pliskova to get the early break in the second. Yeah, Mukova beat Parks yesterday in a rain-affected match. All right, serve. There's a fault, second serve. Second serve. As the return goes in the forehand of Chen. Chen in the net. 30-40. Pliskova to get the break in the second. My house in Poland has walls nearly 2 feet thick, so it's nice and cool in summer. and insulated in winter, takes all summer heat to heat up those walls. That makes sense. That makes sense. All right, 30-40. Chen with the serve. Into the forehand as a fault, second serve. By the way, don't forget to subscribe if you haven't already. We've got plenty more tennis to go. We're only on day 5. Double fault Chen. There's the break. We've got so much tennis coming up. Day 5. We're only a third of the way through. See, I can do math. Third of the way through. We have so much coming up. This is only second round. We've got the seeds collide tomorrow, right? We're going to get top 30 players playing each other. So tomorrow, for example, you got Towson versus Mboko. That's a top 20 clash, right? You've got Jovic versus Paolini tomorrow. You've got Svitolina Schneider tomorrow. We're probably not watching all those matches, but there's a lot of top 20 clashes, a lot of matchups that are seeds collide. You got Mute versus Alcaraz. You've got Paul versus Vakina. Tiafoe Demonor. Zverev Nori, right? Cerundolo versus Rublev. Like, the seeds are starting to collide. By the way, how many seeds have we lost? It feels like we really haven't lost that many seeds, which is fine. On the men's side, you've got Felix, you've got Lehechka, and Kaboli are the 3 players from the top 20 that are out. Then you've got Grigspor, Rinderknecht, Nesh, Fonseca, and Nakashima. So that doesn't seem that bad. And then on the women's side, you've got Alexandrova, Navarro, Samsonova, Kostyuk, Fernandez, Yastrzemska, Raducanu, Kenin, Joint, Vondrusova. But Vondi withdrew. So that was different. So yeah, we haven't had not many big names. Badosa lost today, yes. Badosa today. That hasn't updated yet. As that goes in the forehand of Pliskova, backhand now from Chen. Pliskova volley, Chen with a backhand lob. And Pliskova volley's in off the tape. Oh, it went in. Lucky volley, 15-0. Fortunate volley. That one. All right, 15-0. Pliskova serves again. Into the slice, and Chen goes wide. Serve too strong to handle. 30-15. And we're going to serve again from Pliskova. Into the forehand of Chen. Return is in. As Pliskova winds up and hits an inside-out forehand winner. That is just a rocket. 40-15. What a shot. 40-15. Pliskova serves again. Into the forehand of Chen. Pliskova forehand goes long. 40-30. 40-30. Pliskova for a 2-love lead. Another fault, second serve. As with a backhand from Chen, slice into the forehand of Pliskova. Chen with the forehand down the line. Pliskova's there with a backhand cross court. Chen slices it back. As Pliskova backhand again, the slice of Chen. Pliskova backhand again. Into the forehand of Chen. Pliskova gets the point though. Chen has this tendency, and I've seen this lately. She hits a lot of slice, right? Which is lovely. But what she does is she'll run around to hit a forehand instead of hitting a backhand again. And sometimes she'll get there too late and hit it out. She needs, with that shot, if you're going to run around a backhand hit a forehand, well, you need to have time to do that. So if Pliskova hits it hard, you're not going to have time to get it back anyway. But you also need to make sure that you make a good shot, because if you hit a bad shot, you leave the whole court exposed, right? And she's done that a few times. We watched that in the first round as well. Even though she beat Fernandez, she did do that a few times where she would dance around the backhand to hit a forehand, but she would just completely miss. Like, she just wouldn't get into position quick enough. And running around a backhand to hit a forehand against Pliskova when Pliskova hits it so hard is probably a bad move. You're better off hitting a backhand. You're probably better off hitting the backhand than trying to run around and hit a forehand when the ball's coming so quick, right? All right. 30 love. All right. Djokovic's going to serve first. We'll get this started. All right, what's going on? Djokovic coming up. He's taking on Maestrilla. Yep. And we're watching Chen take on Pliskova. But Djokovic is taking on Maestrelli. Maestrelli. The Italian quali. The Maestro. Not Federer. That'd be fun, though. 40 love. Blunted. Thank you for the $2. Tiafoe going to be good. Demon Tiafoe going to be good. Hope so. All right, 2-1 Pliskova. That'll be tomorrow night, right? It's got to be tomorrow night. What, Friday night? Tiafoe Demon? It's Rod Laver Arena? It's got to be tomorrow night. If it's not tomorrow night, they've completely messed it up. Okay. 2-1. Novak in 3, you reckon? Okay. We will see. Also, Shelton is up a set and a break. Or double break, I think. It's weird seeing her run around it just to avoid. Yeah, it feels like it's not so much a tactical. Like when Chen runs around the backhand, it doesn't feel like it's a way to like change things up. It's more just like, I don't want to hit a slice anymore. It almost feels like, she's running away from the slice. That's kind of, she doesn't want to hit any more backhands. And also, even though she has a really good slice, she needs to hit more topspin, right? You need to vary the slice. You can't just slice everything, You got to hit topspin backhands too to mix it up. Because otherwise you're going to get too predictable. If everything's a slice, Pliskova's going to read that. She's too experienced not to. So she needs to also vary it with some topspin, but maybe she doesn't have the confidence in the topspin backhand as much as she has the slice, All right, 2-1. Pliskova with a set and a break, and Chen puts away the smash. Love 15. You have to watch Casper tonight, maybe. Love 15. We'll see what happens because we've got a lot of things to watch tonight, so it's a bit of a hectic night. Saw a video of Chen practicing backhand. She's good. Yeah, I'm just going to take some notes here and see if she actually hits any topspin backhands in the next few games. By the way, Djokovic is taking on Maestrelli. I'm not sure if I don't think they haven't met, but Maestrelli came through the qualies. We'll learn about him today. On this, it's a little bit of a school today, and obviously we'll watch Djokovic and see how he looks. He looked good in his first round, Djokovic. As that slice goes in the net by Chen. 15-all. I tried to add a match. Can someone tell me if it worked for Capriati Ennen? Capriati versus Ennen. I'm sure it worked. Kuznetsova versus Ennen. Yeah, Capriati Ennen. That worked. Yeah, that's it. All right, 30-15. Pliskova. There's a bit of forehand long by Pliskova, and it's 30-all. Chance for Chen to break back. Djokovic is going to serve first against Maestrelli. Did you review the playlist? Yeah. By the way, if you are wondering what the hell I'm talking about, we've put together a Tennis Talk Classic Matches playlist. So any match that you find on YouTube in the history of tennis that you think is a classic match, add it to the playlist. It's a community playlist so that we can all watch it, and we can all. You can also vote for the matches that you like. So if there's already a match that that someone else has put in there, you can upvote it, and that also. Djokovic matches are definitely in there already, so check it out. Backhand goes in the forehand of Chen, and then Pliskova hits it long. All right. Break point. This is the first break point of the match for Chen to get back on serve. But try not to put highlights in there, because highlight reels are not really what it's about. It's about full matches. It's about full matches, not just highlight reel. Like, highlights are great, but that's not what it's for. All right, 30 love, by the way, Djokovic. So, yeah, anyone can put in any match. And if there's already a match in there that's, I think you can put in, let's put in the matches that any match that you think is a classic match that is a match, especially matches from back in like the 70s and 80s. We need more of those. More classic, like older matches. As Pliskova survives and gets the deuce, Djokovic at 40 love already. All right, deuce for Pliskova. She saves the break point. Djokovic serving for the first game of the match. I'll tell you this, Djokovic and Sinner are going to be fighting for a night session match on Saturday. There's no way that either of them want to play in the day. Even though the roof's going to be shut, I'm sure that neither of them want the opportunity, neither of them want to risk playing during the day. As Chen with a forehand to the forehand of Pliskova. Chen doing great defensively. As Pliskova forehand again. Chen gets it back with a forehand down the line. Pliskova back and cross. Chen with a slice in the net. Nice play by Pliskova. As Djokovic serves an ace. He wins the first game of this match. 1 love. All right, advantage Pliskova to stay up the break. Next round, keys Pliskova. If Pliskova wins, yeah. That is crazy. Looking for some of the full matches, and the ones in the playlist reminded me of the classic I forgot. Well, that's what it's there for, Morven. I'm loving it as well, going through and just being like, oh, I forgot that match. Like, there's so many matches that have happened. I forget finals of Grand Slams that happened recently. I'm like, oh, that Sinkeraz match was great. And then someone's like, what about Wimbledon 2023? I'm like, oh, yeah, that was great too. Like, I'm forgetting things from like a year ago. That's why we got to have this playlist, so we can remind ourselves how epic some matches have been. The 2020s have had some of the best Grand Slam finals ever. I think every year at the Grand Slams since 2020 on the men's side have been 5 sets at least once. Like, we've got so many 5-set finals, which is so epic. And we could all put them in the playlist so we can watch them. Rewatch them. All right, deuce. Chen returns in the forehand of Pliskova. Chen with the forehand again to the forehand of Pliskova. Chen wins the point. Pliskova hit it long. No, she didn't. Chen hit it long. Advantage Pliskova. Chen hit in the net, my bad. Wimbledon 23 was very important. Yeah, that match was for sure. Love 15 here. Djokovic looking to get off to a really good start here. Good serve from Maestrelli. And Pliskova holds eventually. 3-1. Maestrelli 15-0. Good serve. He looks like about 6'7". I don't think he is, but he definitely has Maestrelli kind of has that, like, I mean, he's wearing the backwards hat. Maybe he looks like Jarry with the hat. I don't know. But he has that, like, he definitely looks tall and probably has a big serve. They said 196. All right, they're confirmed. He is one of the taller guys. He does have kind of a bit of a, I'm trying to think of who he looks like. He has that kind of thin frame, that thin, tall frame that is probably a bit of a server. Again, we're going to learn about this guy today. 23 years old. Yeah, 6'4". I mean, he does look a little taller because he's thin, but yeah, 6'4". So you got that, probably that city. He's shorter than Zverev, but he has got, like Popperin. That's actually a good comparison, actually. Yeah, Poppy. Definitely like kind of got a Popperin kind of look about him. That thin frame. Actually, Popperin is probably a great comparison from the one point I've seen. Love 30, by the way. Chen's in big trouble. 30-15 from Maestrelli as we had a backhand rally. Slice from Djokovic. Maestrelli gets it back into the slice of Djokovic as Maestrelli forehand. Into the Djokovic backhand. Maestrelli gets a backhand as well. To the backhand of Djokovic. Now Maestrelli with a forehand in the net. And it's 30-all. 30-all. As Chen goes to the slice of Pliskova. Chen forehand. Cross court. Pliskova gets it with the slice. As Chen down the line. Winner. 15-30. Great shot. 15-30. Hurkacz lost the first. Oh, no. As Maestrelli serves a fault, second serve. And Pliskova returns a deep forehand return into the forehand of Chen. Backing out Pliskova to the forehand again of Chen. As Pliskova backhand goes again to the forehand of Chen. Chen hits a winner, 30-all. As Djokovic goes to the backhand cross court. He goes into the slice of Maestrelli as we had a forehand from Djokovic. Then Maestrelli goes cross court and Djokovic misses it. And Maestrelli's already making some noise, 40-30. He didn't come here to just, win a couple of games. He came here to win a set. He's already breathing pretty heavy, though, 40-30. Novak's already making him work. 30-all here. Big point for Chen. Serving the forehand of Pliskova. Return goes the forehand of Chen. Into the backhand of Pliskova. Chen with a slice. Pliskova slices it back. Chen forehand. Is a bit of a shank. It goes into the backhand of Pliskova. Chen with a forehand again. And it's too good. Pliskova went the wrong way. And Chen made the shot. 40-30. Nice shot from Chen. As Chen holds. Needed that one. All right, 3-2. Pliskova still with a set and a break, though. But Chen holds. All right, Djokovic gets the deuce. As Maestrelli serves a fault. Second serve. Second serve. Into the backhand of Djokovic. Maestrelli backhand to the backhand of Djokovic. As Maestrelli backhand again to the backhand of Djokovic. That goes long by Novak, and it's advantage Maestrelli to take his first game on Rod Laver Arena. There's plenty of matches going on. Plenty of matches. As we serve out wide the backhand of Djokovic, but it's a let. We've got Hurkacz down a set against Quinn. Shelton's up 2 sets to love against Sweeney. Kalinskaya and Grabber have just started. You've got Sonigo up a break in the third against Musetti. All right, Maestrelli serves. Into the forehand of Djokovic. Return is in to the forehand of Maestrelli. He hits a forehand inside out. Djokovic puts up a lob. Maestrelli with a smash. Djokovic is going to get it back with a slice. Maestrelli backhand cross court. Djokovic with the pass. Maestrelli volley in the net. Tell you what, Djokovic is making this kid work for the first game on Rod Laver for him. Djokovic is not going to let him get this game easily. All right, love 15. Chen wins the first point. Pliskova serves. Into the forehand of Chen. Backhand from Pliskova again to the forehand of Chen. Chen overhits it, 15-all. Maestrelli serves again. It's a fault, second serve. Second serve for the Italian. Into the body of Djokovic. Oh, he gets it back. And then Maestrelli drop shot in the net. I'd say that was a good second serve. Nearly knocked Novak off his feet. But he didn't back it up with a drop shot. And now Djokovic gets a break point. That was a great set, like right into the body of Novak. He had to hit it like this. And then Maestrelli went with the drop shot, which probably wasn't the best idea. They're showing the replay in slow-mo of Djokovic trying to hit it back. Crazy serve. Crazy return. Maestrelli forehand. Goes long. Djokovic breaks. 2-love. Chen's also in a good position here to get back on serve. 15-30. By the way, Djokovic is 2 wins away, apparently, from winning 400 singles matches at a Grand Slam level in the Open era, which is the most out of anybody. He's going to be the first player in a couple of matches. So if he wins this and he wins the next match, if he makes the 4th round, he will have 400 matches, which is the first player to ever win 400 Grand Slam singles matches in the Open era. So another record for Novak. Another confirmation why he's the greatest. If you needed any more stats. 40-30. Good serving Pliskova. And I mean, he's setting records I don't think anyone's going to break. He's bored by records. Is he, though? If he was bored, he would start losing. Backhand slice from Chen. Into the forehand of Pliskova. And she hits a winner. 4-2 Pliskova. Big stat. Yeah, considering that Federer played longer, Djokovic is going to have that accomplishment. It also means that nobody else has done it yet because 400 first person to do it means that Roger doesn't have that record. So he's already got the record probably. It's more just setting the record over 400 is crazy. And that's a record that you have to play until you're 40. But also you have to play consistently well. You can't play have 3 or 4 years where you're losing first rounds. Like you have to be playing well at a young age for a long time to get that sort of record. Like Djokovic's worst Grand Slam results, a couple of second rounds or second rounds. That's about it, right? But from a young age, like he was making 3rd rounds, 4th rounds at like 18, 19, right? Consistently. So getting over 400, you have to be able to play for 20 years, but you also have to be pretty good from the start and also not get injured, So there's a lot of factors. You can't really replicate it. You just have to kind of be lucky to try and beat that record. You're going to have a lot of luck. Now Alcaraz is maybe on the path, right? He'll be the youngest player with 7 slams in the history of the Open era if he wins the Australian Open. So he's tracking, but again, he has to play until he's 38, 39 to get close to these kind of things. And he's only, 22? And so much can happen in between now and then anyway, So it's longevity, but it's also, consistency, which make Djokovic the greatest. As he serves a big serve down the tee, it's 3-love. All right, and Djokovic had years where he was injured for half the season, right? I mean, there was times where Djokovic wasn't on the court, and he still has these records. So you're like, well, shit, what if he played in those those half seasons, right, where he didn't play? 4-2. Pliskova leads in the second. Giving up on my slam dream, I'm going to become a 1-point slam specialist. Okay, good luck. All right, 4-2. Pliskova in the second as Chen wins a point, 15 love. Like LeBron, conversations NBA greatness versus longevity. Yeah, well, the thing with LeBron is a little different is because he doesn't have some of the key GOAT stats. That's probably why there's that debate with LeBron and Michael. But with Novak, he's got all the important records, so it's hard. It's undeniable, right? Whereas as far I don't delve into the debate of whether or not Jordan or LeBron are better, but I know the one thing that kind of stands out is championships, right? And that's like Grand Slams for Australia. Like, you know, it is similar to Grand Slams, right? If Djokovic didn't have the most slams, then there would be a conversation with all the other things that he's done, whether or not him or let's say Nadal had the most slams. There would be a debate whether or not Nadal's the greatest or Djokovic, right? Because of the slam record. But he has the slams as well. So it's like, well, end of conversation, right? Once he got that slam record, there was no debate. The debate was over, right? 40 love Chen. Whereas I guess there's always going to be a debate because LeBron hasn't won as many titles as Jordan. That there will always be a debate. Anyways, Chen holds 4-3, but also I have no idea what I'm talking about, so. All right, 4-3. Pliskova 2 games away from the win. And to get to the third round of the Australian Open and take on Madison Keys. All right, how are we doing, chap? Where are we watching from? Where are we watching from? Hey, Aiden, thank you for the 28 months. Thank you for the 28 months. All right, Djokovic with a return off the tape. And Maestrello hits a lovely forehand winner. We're Ireland, we've got Singapore, Colorado, California. We've got New Jersey. Jordan was also Defensive Player of the Year once. LeBron never won that. Yeah, true. Fair enough. We've got New Jersey. We've got St. Louis, Australia, Cape Town, California, Los Angeles, Chicago, Florida, Arizona, Canada, Slovenia. We've got Sydney, Ireland. It's 3 a.m. Savage. 40-15 here, Maestrello to get the game. First game of the match for him as that goes out by Chen on the lob, and it's 15 love. We've got the Bahamas in the chat. As we look back in from Maestrello, and it goes wide, 40-30. From Manila, Philippines, super fan of Eala, but also supporting Asian players too. Hey, Mary, appreciate that. 15 love. Chen's just come up against a powerhouse in Pliskova, who hasn't played for the best part of 2 years. What, 2 years? 2 years? Because of injury, but is back on the scene and dangerous as ever. She hits it out, 15-0. Hey, Maestrello gets the game, 3-1. Djokovic with the break. But Maestrello on the board. Watching from Moscow, Russia, cool. We've got Michigan, we've got Mumbai, Barbados. We've got Philadelphia in the house. We've got Sweden, Maine, Mexico. 15-0 here. Pliskova serves. Vancouver. As Pliskova serves. Into the forehand of Chen. Return goes to the forehand of Pliskova. Chen back, runs around the back end into forehand. That one worked. As she hits another forehand. Into the slice of Pliskova. Chen forehand again. As Pliskova backhand slice. Chen goes with a forehand again to the backhand of Pliskova. Chen forehand again. Is a winner. All right, 15-30. Nice hitting from Chen. Djokovic down love 15 here. Nice hitting from Chen. Pliskova just having to think of what's going on. All right, 15-30. As we're backhand now from Pliskova to the forehand of Chen. Pliskova forehand again, the forehand of Chen. As Pliskova forehand down the line goes long, 15-40. Chen to get back on serve. She's got another couple of break points. All right, 15-40. As Chen hits a return wide, 30-40. That was so close to being a winner. All right, 30-40. Pliskova serves again. Serve it wide the backhand of Chen. Return goes short. Pliskova comes in. Chen with a pass. Goes wide. All right, we get to deuce. All right, Djokovic 30-15. So in the final of Maestrillo, as we got a backhand now into the backhand of Djokovic. Maestrello goes down the line with a backhand. Djokovic forehand cross. Maestrillo gets it back with the forehand into the forehand of Djokovic. Maestrillo backhand again. Djokovic again at the backhand of Maestrillo. Cross court to the slice of Djokovic. As Maestrillo forehand cross court. Djokovic gets it. Maestrillo goes down the line. Djokovic gets that too with a backhand. As I go forehand to forehand. Maestrillo goes down the line again. Djokovic there with a backhand cross court in the net. 30-all. All right, Maestrillo making Djokovic work. Pliskova serves to the slice of Chen. Into the forehand of Pliskova. Chen with a backhand slice again. As Pliskova forehand inside out winner. All right, advantage Pliskova to get the 5-3 lead. All right, Djokovic 30-all. Clutch ace. Of course he was going to do that. Come on now. Thought he was going to get broken? What are you talking about? 40-30. As Pliskova also with the advantage, but Chen hits a return winner. Back to deuce. As Djokovic holds with a couple of good serves. 4-1. 4-1. Djokovic first set, 22 minutes. Back to deuce here. Chen trying to get back on serve in the second set. First serve is a fault, second serve. Yeah, when you think you have hope. Yeah, Djokovic does that. Breaks your heart. As Chen's slice return goes in the backhand slice of Pliskova. Chen with a pass is a lob, but it's long. Backhand slice lob is a risky play. Advantage Pliskova. All right, serve. Into the forehand of Chen. Pliskova backhand to the forehand of Chen. As Pliskova backhand cross court and Chen runs around, hits a forehand inside out. Good shot. And then Pliskova goes down the line wide. Now we go back to deuce. By the way, chat, I bought Kingdom Hearts 1 and 2 for PlayStation 4 for $20. I'm excited to play it. Yeah, $20. I got it this morning. We get the deuce. I've completed all the Hearts games. Yeah, I've never played them. I've always seen them, but I've never had them, so I never played them. I think I might have played the first, maybe the second one back in like PlayStation 2 days, but I had an Xbox, so. As that goes wide by Pliskova, Chen's got another break point. So yeah, so I'm kind of keen to play them. Will you be keeping? Will it keep you? Will playing it keep you out of the thrift store? No. I'll still be going to the thrift store. Cam, you were saying Maestrello will trouble Djokovic. You obviously weren't here, and you're making that up. All right, Chen hits it out of the return. We're back to deuce. When did I say Maestrello was going to trouble Djokovic? Can anybody remember that? Chat, anybody? I don't think I said that at all. All right, deuce. I think you were mistaken. He didn't say that. I didn't say that. Advantage Pliskova. Kingdom Hearts 1 and 2 are great. 3 is meh. Well, this one that I bought is like it's like the remix. So it's like 1, 2, but then also like has 2 extra games in it. So yeah, I'm excited to play the whole thing. All right, Advantage Pliskova. If you like horror games, do you also play? Sorry, if you like horror movies, do you play horror games? Not really. No. I don't really play horror games. All right, Pliskova holds. 5-3. Djokovic looking for that double break, by the way. 15-30. Pliskova. She is a game away from making it to the third round of the AO. Djokovic return goes wide, 30-0. Are we going to watch the W125 Philippines? Alex is going to play. Yeah. I mean, if time zone wise, it should be pretty good. Pliskova to win 11-15. Yeah. So we'll probably watch if it sort of fits within the schedule. Thankfully, it's in the same time zone as Melbourne, so it shouldn't be too tricky to schedule, but it's just whether or not, like, what happens, like, you know, is it going to be during the semi-finals or the final? Like, we're going to just juggle a little bit, but yeah, we'll probably watch it if I can. 15-0. Looking forward to Djokovic Vachereau. When's that happening? Like, are you saying like in the future, or are you saying next round? Because Djokovic in the next round plays Van der Zandschulp or Zhang. He won't play Vachereau until the semis. I mean, Vachereau has to beat Sinner first. Anyways, 40-30. Maestrello trying to hold as he hits a backhand cross court and goes wide. And Djokovic gets the deuce. Now it's Pliskova 15-30, 2 points away. $15-30. Serve again from Chen. Into the forward to Pliskova. Return goes forward to Chen. Pliskova backhand. Into the net. 30-0. As Maestro hits it wide. And I know what I said. I meant it. Djokovic to get the double break. Oh, ace from Chen. All right, 40-30. Just wondering why you're watching this match. A lot of bigger names were playing. I don't know. This just felt the most interesting. It was either this match or Menchik versus Joda. But then I chose this one because I didn't think it would clash with Djokovic. Anyways, Chen wins the game, and it's going to be Pliskova serve for the match. And we did watch Chen in the first round against Fernandez, and a lot of people were interested in seeing her go. So, and also Pliskova is a name, right? You know, so I think in terms of matches, I mean, if you look at all the other matches that have happened so far, what have we missed? maybe Badosa losing was more interesting than this. I don't know. But Pegula won easily. Keys won pretty easily. But Shelton's cruising. I don't think I think this is. I mean, I don't know. I don't think we've missed anything major. He chose the right match. Yeah, I was this close to watching the Menchik match, but last minute I went, you know what? We'll watch this because I was scared that Menchik match was going to go 5 sets, and that would be watching this match and then this Pliskova match, and then also Djokovic comes on and we miss Djokovic and blah 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 blah. Djokovic hits a lovely lob, but it just missed. So I think we've made the right decision. There's been a lot of matches going on. All right, Pliskova to serve for the match. That's a default second serve. Also, we've got Swiatek coming up after Djokovic. And then tonight we've got Sinner. We've got Osaka. We've got Raducanu. We're all playing. Fritz is playing tonight, I think, as well. All right, good serve there at the body of Chen. 15 love. As Pliskova serves again. Into the forehand of Chen. Return goes back on Pliskova. Chen with a forehand on the stretch. Pliskova cross-court backhand. Slice from Chen. Into the forehand of Pliskova. Chen with a forehand on the stretch again. Pliskova gets it back with a forehand to the slice of Chen. Into the forehand of Pliskova cross-court. Chen gets it and hits a winner. 15 all. Great shot on the stretch from Chen. All right, 15 all as that goes out by Djokovic on the return. And Maestrello looking to hold again. You can never tell which match is going to be interesting until it happens. Exactly. Exactly. It's one of the hard parts of doing this. Is trying to pick the matches that might be interesting, but also the matches that people want to watch, you know? I mean, I want to watch matches that nobody gives a shit about. So, you know, but I also don't watch those matches because they also make me cry. 30-15. Pliskova 2 points away. 7 the forehand of Chen. Return goes back into Pliskova. Chen, forehand again. Oh, it hit the tape and went in the net. Match points for Pliskova to take the win. And to play, is it Madison Keys in the next round? It is. Ooh, Keys Pliskova. Interesting. Very interesting section of the draw now. As that goes out by Chen, Pliskova is into the third round. And she knocks out Janice Tjen, who had a good first round. And look, played a pretty good match considering how aggressive Pliskova was. I mean, that was almost a 2-hour match for straight sets. So she put up a good fight, Chen, but Pliskova just too powerful. She wasn't number one in the world by accident. All right. Pliskova gets a win. Good win. And she is back. And she's going to take on the defending champion. That is going to be something. In a couple of days' time, we're going to probably tune into that one. That has to be a night session. If that's not Rod Laver, then it'll be Margaret Court Arena. All right. Good win. Solid victory. All right. We've got Djokovic at 4-2 already. I'm going to merge the stream. So if you want to keep watching Djokovic, jump on over. There you go. 30 love. Djokovic, pretty simple at the moment. But good win. Very good win by Pliskova. 4-4. She beats Chen in an hour and 40 minutes. And she is in the third round. She'll take on Keys in a couple of days.